What's up, Taurus? How's it going? Thank you so much for checking out my channel here, Reflexive Moon Tarot. My name is Sarah, and I will be doing your reading for you for the new moon that is happening in Aries. So lots of fiery energy that is, Mars is close to the moon right now at the same time. So lots of fiery action going on with this period of renewal. We got a solar eclipse happening as well. So the fire is being renewed on a solar level. It's kind of a big deal. But let's get into these cards for you. Oh, and be sure that, you throw a thumbs up my way if you like this content, and subscribe if you wish to see more. So we are going to start off with the Moon Oracle deck. A portion of the Moon Oracle deck. Just to set the tone and see where we can center this reading in. Ooh, we have the first quarter, waxing water moon. Choice. So that would be that one there. So that's actually the first week after the new moon, being in a water sign with this deck. I believe Aries got a similar card, but in the air sign. So with water, you're dealing with emotions. And this, the tangible element is leaves. So keeping, watering your garden on some level, Taurus. You have some plants that you are dehydrating as opposed to hydrating at this time. Maybe you need to get hydrated a little bit more. What else? Choices and how you feel about them too. I really think that it's important to examine our relationship with how we feel about our choices. Sometimes being indecisive is just a form of emotional dysregulation. So making sure that you're taking care of your feelings so that you can be more confident in the choices that you make. It's always important. Let's get into these cards here. Some tarot. Ooh, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Aries also got this. So this is coming through for you as your concern. So money, making money. We have a little money dragon here. Our big money dragon holding a big ass coin. And I don't know, I really love this ace. When you think about dragons, they're very they protect like their treasure, right? They also kind of hoard the treasure. So when it's reverse, I would say don't do that. But yeah, they're like this mythical creature that is often associated with sleeping over, with savings, basically. So are you learning about savings? Do you have, what's the word? Do you have good financial literacy? And are you growing something? And is it like in the initial stages of growth? Because the Ace of Pentacles is all about that, like the first round of very raw earth-like energy. It's very grounding. It's very down to earth, and it's very abundant when you think about fertile soil. Crossing that, we have the Hanged One. It's reversed. So I find that when this card comes through in this type of way, there's something that you're uncomfortable with, and you're avoiding like sort of embracing that discomfort. You don't want to feel uncomfortable with something, and it's part of the process is acknowledging that something makes you feel uncomfortable, or that you don't want to get in your feels about someone or something. The Hanged One is ruled by Pisces. And Pisces are all about like sort of the deep, mysterious, vast void of feeling. It's also about going with the flow versus swimming upstream and dealing with like that discomfort. So where do you see yourself, like of the two fish, one swimming upstream and the other one just going with the current? And maybe you've been going with the current a little bit too much and you need to do some more upstream, or maybe, just maybe, you've been dealing with an uphill battle and you kind of just need to like chill and give yourself a minute to let go. And oftentimes what I've seen people who are like super overworked and doing too much is that once they get into their relaxation mode, sometimes sickness settles in, or just it surfaces. So you need to allow that to happen sometimes so that you can give yourself a minute to take care of your body. And it might not even be your body. It could just be your feelings. We have the Fool reversed, overlooking the situation. So you're holding out on trying something new, trying something different. What that is, I don't know. It could be something like that has to do with technology. Maybe you need to bite the bullet and like purchase some new technology, or upgrade your technology on some level. Either way, like, it sounds like both you and I don't really know what it is. It's going to be revealed on some type of way. But the moon is not just about unknowns. It's about like, I really feel like we're going back to the go with the flow thing. Because the moon, we don't always know we know that the moon influences us. It influences our waters, right? It influences the way that we feel. And it's all about the unknown of like making decisions that are based on, yes or no, on not knowing what will unfold on account of that, right? It's the great unknown. But at the same time, it's consistent. Like there's a consistency about this. We always know that the moon is going to go through its phases. Those don't change, right? We know that the moon is always going to influence us in the way that we express ourselves. It's going to influence how we feel. And how we feel and the ways in which that's influenced is going to determine how we navigate and make our decisions and move through life. So, this looks like it's about getting grounded. Yeah. Like, what kind of grounding work can you do for yourself, Taurus? And this is something that comes natural to you. Like, you're an earth sign. So, you're going to probably just realize how easy that was and be like, why didn't I do that sooner? So what is grounding for you? There's so many different things that people find to be grounding, whether it's, if they're pet lovers, like having a dog or a cat or whatever pet you connect with. It's even just like walking barefoot, on the ground especially, or taking care of plants, watering whatever garden leaves, getting a plant, seeing if testing yourself to see if you can keep a plant alive. I fail at that most of the time. I can keep humans alive, I can keep pets alive, cannot keep plants alive. So sometimes people really connect with yoga. There's a lot of grounding work with yoga practices. There's lots of yoga YouTubers out there. I always try to support ones that seem the least appropriative. And then we have the 9 of Cups. So wish fulfillment on some level. Just being content and happy, and almost like you know what it is to have cause to celebrate, right? You know what it is to, have the ultimate me party with enough to go around for everyone. Okay. So we're getting back to this grounding, need for grounding. The immediate future. Now, it looks like grounding and potentially connecting with others as well. Maybe you've been isolated for some time. So you got to put yourself out there a little bit. Because this is either like misleading others or being isolated. Because the Hermit upright is about knowing your awesomeness, knowing that you've been around the block and that you have plenty to offer in terms of wisdom, experiential knowledge, and just a solid body, everything, right? So, because like the Hermit is often associated with, someone who is who's a little bit like middle-aged, right? Middle-aged, but confident in their body's ability to continue and age gracefully. So, and that's like very Virgo type of energy. But there's just something that you don't want to look at as well. I'm feeling like there's also just maybe something that, like something about a gaze I'm feeling. Like, do you feel like you're being watched, or are you so busy maybe like watching how other people act and react to things, because maybe you're just like in self-preservation mode on some level, that it is isolating you? And you really just need to like step out there and live a little. So, playing it safe, like do it. Do it for as long as you need to. I fully support that. There's nothing wrong sometimes with the Hermit reverse that's just trying to play it safe for self-preservation. It's like the four of cups type of energy for me. Numbing out because you just gotta. Or forgetting about something that is so terrible because you just gotta. It is what it is. All right. Ooh, I'm loving this right here. We got the Empress. So your attitude is fully engaged in what it is that you're capable of, and ideas, continuous energy that is about like giving of life, like life carrying energy. So just having that energy to share your life force, I should say. Super abundant, super able to connect with your surroundings, connect with, the abundance that the earth has to offer. So despite needing some grounding energy here, or just needing to, get yourself out there a little bit more, or grow, like just remove whatever blockages are limiting the growth of this maybe new project that you've been dealing with. So sometimes to me, that's just like getting out of that lack mentality, that lack mindset. Like allow yourself to act like you got money because you're getting money. That's that kind of thing. Allow yourself to invest in some things because you have some money to play with to do that. Just to grow your space even. Because just, the Four of Cups came to my mind, so it made me think about the Four of Pentacles as well, too. I wouldn't be surprised if either of those cards came through. But, like, the idea is, like, the Empress is, she just sort of, like, chills and does her thing. and allows life to move around her with like this fabulous energy that gestates these ideas, or actual humans. It could be like, you know, you were ready to have children, or you want more children if you already have, or, you know, something new that is centered in an active life. Also, the planet Venus is very significant with the Empress card. So very pleasure oriented energies. So you could have a renewal of like what makes you feel good. You know, maybe you want to connect with that for yourself. And then we have Justice. So the way that others see you is that you're the voice of truth. You're the person that wants to sort of, it's almost like you sort of have the key to what brings balance to the force on some level of, you know, like doing that work, that energy work that removes, I don't want to say crimes, not removes crimes, but just like justice, because justice isn't about like putting people in jail. It's not about, you know, being the warden over here. It's kind of just about calling people out. Sometimes it's about like I want to say shaming, but not. Calling people out is just like a form of not tolerating, and it forces people to stop what they're doing sometimes when you call them out. But it's also just sort of like bringing peace and resources, or pointing people in the right direction. And the sword of truth here, two swords of truth here, it's double-edged, the sword. You know, sometimes the truth hurts, and people see that sometimes the truth hurts. Like if you're the type of person that calls people out, you know, it doesn't look or sound pretty because you're outing people's shit. But at the same time, sometimes that's like one of those necessary evils to help people change and transform and better themselves in some type of way, or at least stop what they're doing. But justice is very much about balance. Libra energy, the balancing of the scales. That's the key. That's the real key right there, is balancing out those scales. Makes me think of that. I can't remember what movie it was that I was watching. No, it doesn't matter. Anyways, I just remember there being a boat. It was like this movie that was bringing in aspects of Egyptian mythology, or ancient, I should say, because anyways, we don't need to get into that. But it was about that boat, and then the midwife, the goddess of midwifery, is the one who's holding the scale, and you weigh your heart with a feather, and if the feather balances out, then you can go on into the underworld or to the next life, and if not, then you kind of get thrown off the boat and like into purgatory kind of. So I'm totally butchering that story. Apologies to the ancient Egyptians and their beautiful way of life. But that's what I'm thinking here. It's like this very sort of like, I want to say karma. Your approach and the way that others see you is like you have a solid understanding, or people like what it is that you offer in terms of your point of view and what that looks like. The Hierophant. So you're a spiritual, like you hope to really, this is your card right here, Taurus. That's so cool. Aries got their card. Taurus is getting their card here. So the Hierophant. You are a you hope to be a solid spiritual advisor. You hope to be the type of person that holds yourself accountable as well as others to share spiritual knowledge in a way that helps people learn and grow and govern their day-to-day lives with a very high, esteemed level of values. And yeah, just being the type of person that is dependable, the type of person that people can speak to. Like, I want to say confess sins, but it's not about confessing sins. It's about being the type of person that is capable of keeping people's stories secret and respecting that, right? That requires a great deal of grounding energy to do that emotional labor, to hold on to people's stories like that. It's a lot. So there's going to be some life lessons that come full circle for you. And I really hope that you don't avoid it. Don't make void the topic, because that ain't going to stop it. Oh my gosh, shout out to Salt and Pepper. Need to listen to some of those nostalgic days. Okay. So let's clarify this 10 of Swords for Taurus. All right. Oh my gosh, I just said it, nostalgic right there. And the 6 came through of Cups. Oh, sorry, no. That is it's the 6. Okay. Yeah, I said it. The card came through. It's so funny how that always happens. It's also not funny. We're going to do some more clarifying here. So nostalgia. There's some, maybe some reminiscing that you need to either let go of and move on and process your emotions logically. Okay? Logic and reason is coming through for you, Taurus. It's very important that you are able to level up your emotional intelligence game. Now, this could be somebody that comes through for you that's a reflection of that, and it may throw you off because you're just like, holy shit, I'm used to dealing with people that are fucking useless when it comes to being emotionally on par, right? So maybe the universe is going to throw one at you and be like, here you go. Here you go. People who are not toxic exist. I'm still waiting. All right, so we got the Fool. All right. Okay, so remember, we're trying to turn this guy into this guy. The universe is saying, look, this is what you need to encompass. So screenshot that if you want. Okay. I am limitless energy, a spirit on the path of life in search of new experience. I'm unlimited potential, open to change and unknown possibilities. I am fresh beginnings, the first steps of a new journey or undertaking. I am a risk taker, willing to leap into the unknown, an adventurer, an investigator, a courageous explorer of the unfamiliar. I am true to myself, playful, spontaneous, happy-go-lucky, willing to appear foolish, innocent, or naive while pursuing my own unique way. It's pretty awesome. So maybe you were like kind of stuck on what other people think a little bit, or there's some risk that you haven't been willing to take. And I'm guessing it could just be like purchase of new technology, something as basic as that or simple as that. But we'll see, and you'll know what the answer is. You'll know what the answer is. Let's see what the spiritual AF deck has to say. The universe is your sugar daddy. We've all spent enough time feeling effed by the universe to assume it's time we got showed with some real dope shit. Spend today letting the universe treat you like the arm candy that you are. The simple act of changing your vibe to one of receiving and thanking the universe for all its cosmic bling will do the trick. Your mantra today is bring it, Poppy. That's super cute. I'm digging it. All right, Taurus. Happy new moon, and we will catch you next time.